I am starting to question whose faith every time with every episode that I see, whether or not these individuals are up here because they're just trying to publicly promote themselves and their businesses, or if they are just playing games, clout chasing, a combination of all of the above. And I'm not just talking about women, the men as well. You ain't never lied. You ain't never lied. You ain't lied. But it was so refreshing to see Shabana because she had in my opinion, I'm not going to say realistic, but she was reasonable in her, what she's looking for, her expectations. But I want you guys to hear Shabana and Kendra talk. Thank you guys for watching.
Hi, how are you?
Good. What's your name, honey? How do I pronounce your name?
Shabana, you pronounced it correctly.
I did? Oh, I never get anybody's name right, child. Shabana, where you coming from, love?
Concord, California. It's in the Bay Area.
Okay, I'll say Bay Area, Cali. How old are you?
47.
47? Okay, 47. What you do for a living?
I'm a nurse.
A nurse? You have any kids?
2 children, 21 and 26.
Both by the same man?
Yes.
Yes. Have you ever been married?
No.
No. What's your zodiac sign?
Cancer.
Cancer.
I'm about sick of the zodiac signs, Kendra. I mean, I just don't. I'm not understanding the relevancy when it's all said and done.
Bay Area, California, is a cancer nurse. Mom to 2, 21 and 26, never married. What man are you looking for?
Someone who is patient, down to earth, someone who's masculine. I prefer someone who's a manly man, no feminine qualities. I do want them to be, emotionally intelligent.
Shabana said no sassy men at all, just so y'all know. No sassy men.
Intelligent, I think, and someone who is who's into fitness and health, just like a good, well-rounded person. No egos. They just, regardless if you make, regardless of your career or how much money you make, like you're down to earth and you just understand that you're blessed to be in the position that you're in, and that, that we're all human beings.
Okay. What are your deal breakers?
Someone who, any type of like drugs, any type of like controlling, if someone's like really controlling, disrespectful, I guess just bad hygiene, like someone that's like well put together, that takes pride in cleanliness and like just, keeping up their appearance.
Y'all, heavy on the hygiene piece. Good looking all you want, all of those things. But your hygiene has to be up to par because that also is a health issue.
Okay. Should he look a certain way?
My focus more is on someone's inner qualities. Of course, I want you to be attractive to me, but that could be, if you have a great personality, you're well put together. But I think what I'm looking for is someone who is like more the qualities that make it a good partner, right? Like a life partner. The qualities like if you're patient, you're stable, someone who's financially responsible. Regardless of how much money you make, you have to be financially responsible, caring, loving, compassionate, consistent. Those are, I think, a lot of times we focus on superficial things that don't matter. You need to focus more on things that are someone that has the qualities to be in a successful relationship, if that's something you're looking for. I don't want someone who is going to waste my time. Like, know what you want. I'm looking for something, like I'm looking for a serious relationship. I don't want any type of, friends with benefits or someone who doesn't know what they want. If you got out of a relationship and you're still thinking about your ex or you're not sure where that's going, you shouldn't be dating, and don't call me.
I know that's right.
You know what I mean? Like, I want someone who is, that knows what they want, who's not playing games. I'm too old to play games. Like, I don't have time for that. If you have to lie at this point in your life, I'm sad for you, and don't call me.
Girl, I know that's right. And what I liked also about her is that she was not fumbling when she came up here. She was not fidgeting around for lights, trying to take bonnets off, and camera was all over the place. She wasn't doing all that. Miss Shabana came up prepared, good lighting. Her background and room was neat and clean. She was not trying to tell Kendra excuses. I didn't know I was going to be picked. Yet you were the one that clicked, or sent a request, whether it's on Instagram or on Zoom or whatever. You clicked to join. And a lot of the times y'all be coming up with these excuses, ladies. I just blows me every time. Every time. It does.
Like, I just don't have time for that. I think people play a lot of games, especially because social media. This is my first time doing anything like this on any type of app or dating app. I usually prefer meeting people in person because you can just kind of just tell, just in a few minutes whether you're interested in someone. And I think people have a lot of options, so they like to play games, and I'm just not looking for that. I'm trying to, I'm putting my son through college, and this is his last year in college. So I want to now work on, and I want someone who's well established. Own your own home. Not looking for a career. You're established in a career. I'm thinking of retirement.
Now, I will say this. I disagree with her about the man necessarily having to own his own home. I believe that as long as, whether it's male or female, as long as you have some safe, adequate housing where if we get to that point, it's safe and comfortable for me to come visit with you, whether or not you own the home or you rent, doesn't, in my opinion, doesn't really matter. Just as long as you have your own space. To Miss Shabana, if you don't have your ducks in a row and have a place to lay your head, we can be cool, we can date, see each other and all of that. But when it's said and done, do not think that you're going to be moving your things in within 30 days of meeting me. No. No.
Focusing on traveling, I'm an empty nester, so those are the things. And I want someone that's like a really solid, good person. If you have children, take care of them. Yeah.
Okay. Should he look a certain way?
Looks, like I said, clean, if you're good looking to me.
Okay. What about money? Do you make a certain amount of money?
I like the fact that she did not do what, the standard rundown. He must be tall, dark skinned, whatever you can think of that the women who go on these shows, they run down, you name it. You can think about it, you name it. I like the fact that she's open to just the mere fact that you are healthy, have good hygiene, you take care of yourself, and as long as you look good to me, I think that is reasonable.
They should be able to take care of their lifestyle, own their home, have good credit, financially responsible. I think people that have those qualities will always have money.
Okay, let's do the Kendra G and Shabana.
Okay, let me see. I'm gonna put this.
Sorry. You look great.
She does look great.
Okay. We see you, girl.
She looks
Shabana.
great.
Did he be in the Bay Area?
Not necessarily, but not necessarily. No.
Okay. When was your last relationship?
Maybe like last year.
Last year. You don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
I'm not gonna answer that.
Okay. 3 flaws you have to work.
Shabana said, look, I can be open, transparent, and direct about a lot of stuff, but that information you're not going to get out of me.
Maybe so definitely patience. Sometimes I procrastinate on things that I need to do. That's not necessarily important things. Like, for instance, if I want to decide I want to work out, those types of things I tend to procrastinate on. I find other things to do. I can be temperamental at times, working on that, and listening a little more.
Okay. And why would a guy be likely to be with you, sweetheart?
I'm very introspective. I try to be logical. A lot of times when you're too emotional, logic goes out the window. So,
girl, you ain't never lied.
So I try to self-reflect and see what part I play in things. In any type of disagreements, I'm nurturing, I'm loving, I'm caring. I'm very adaptable to different situations. I can go from I don't require, how people say when they go on dates, they expect someone to take them to a fancy restaurant. I want to meet someone. I want to connect with someone. You just met me. We don't necessarily have to go to a 5-star restaurant. I want something authentic, like someone who's really looking for a real connection, like a friend. Like literally, I want the person that I end up with to be my friend, right? So, and I'm not looking for someone to um, necessarily take care of me. I want us to take care of each other. So if someone wants someone that's loyal,
Ooh-wee.
experiencing life, I want to explore.
Y'all, that is so amazing. And let me say this, because two things can be true at once, right? I like how she said, I'm not expecting a man to take me on a $200 first date or whatever it could cost. But I will say this, just with that type of attitude, see, men who see that about you, one will not have any issue with paying out for those type of dates, even if that's not, you're not demanding that or saying, and I think that in my opinion, I think that that is cringy as a adult woman to be demanding men take you on only to these type of places and this and the third. I think that if that's what you like, so be it. But I will say this too. You need to be in a position where you yourself can pay for and afford those own dates or those type of meals on your own dime. That's just my opinion. Because if you cannot, then that comes across as, you just looking for a foodie date. And that does give broke. And if you're a grown woman getting to the bag and you a big boss chick and so on and so forth, then hey, if he takes me to a place that's a $200 a night, a $200 plate meal, that's cool. But if he doesn't, that's cool too. I'm not going to say I'm going to throw the baby out with the bathwater if he doesn't take me on these high end dates. And also, that was such a good point that she said, as far as that's not necessarily authentic, because a man can be generous to you, take you on a fancy date, but guess what will happen? He sees that that's what you're only on. So then he takes you on that date and maybe you let him hit, right? Or whether you let him hit or not, he may be done with you, or maybe you do let him hit. Whatever the case, he knows that he can continue to shell out the money to you because that's what type of time you're on. And once he's used you up, he's gone to the next woman. And then you're going to be looking, like, well, what is going on? Because you led with that from the onset of the relationship. Again, I'm not saying men should not spend money on the first date. I'm not saying men should not pay for dates or pay for anything, because that's a lie. But what I am saying is that I hear from her, hey, we're going to be in a reciprocated relationship. You should not be just solely dealing with men to just be users only, not just a one-sided relationship where one person is just constantly taking and taking. That's not cool. And those relationships will not last.
Life. I've worked a very long time. I've had my kids, when I was like 21. So now is my time to I want someone who wants to explore life together.
Okay. Now, what's the age range you want to date?
Okay, so I'm 47. I would prefer someone that's close to my age and older. So maybe maybe 45 to 55. And if you're 55, a young 55, like in good shape, no comorbidities, no other health issues. Like I don't have any health issues. And I understand everyone's not at that point, but be healthy. And if you do have any issues, take care of it.
Okay.
Let's think about Miss Shabana Dean, 47, single mother of 2 adult children in California. She's never been married. I think that this is a great example of a woman who, in my opinion, is attractive, has a great attitude, is fit, very feminine, very reasonable, appears to have a very good head on her shoulders. I like the fact that she was so introspective, knew exactly what she wanted, but she also knew some areas in which she knows that she needs to make improvement in. And that lets me know that she's probably working towards and or has been addressing those things to make some improvements in that area. We look forward to hearing an update from Shabana. And men, if you want to, hit her up, I guess you got to go through Kendra's app or find her on Facebook or some other social media platform, maybe Instagram, and see what she's talking about. All right. So let me know what you guys think down in the comment section. And I also want to say this too. I know it's so easy to go for the quote unquote low hanging fruit when it comes to Kendra's show, but I wanted to just highlight, and I have done this before, but I wanted to highlight a woman who, regardless to her age, that she was a pleasant woman that came up. She was ready, prepared, and she's serious. And I wanted to highlight a woman who was doing all of those things. All right. And show something that was positive. So let me know down in the comment section what you guys think. And into the next video. Peace. And thanks for watching.
That's what the fuck I'm talking about. God damn. That's what I'm talking about.